So I finally got my things in order and starting to catch up with a bunch of different videos, which means that now it's finally time to introduce Dani and I's new place in Longreach, Moulton. It's beautiful old Queenslander, 110 years old. I think it was built in 1912. It is just stunning, dripping with character. Yeah, realistically still in really good nick, which is fantastic. There's a few things that obviously structurally and leak wise that we want to get sorted fairly quickly. But yeah, this is just a walkthrough of the house, a bit of an idea of what's going on with it right now. Videos to come on more about what we're going to do with it and progress of that. But yeah, without further ado, 105 Emu Street. Okay, so let's take a walk around the edge of the house perhaps first. As you can see, verandas all around the place, which is just beautiful. There's a bit of a situation on the other side with this extra sort of attachment to the house, as you can see right here. This, which does look cool and definitely would have its purposes, that's gonna go. Unfortunately, that's gonna be eliminated. Let's just jump up there and have a look actually real quick. We're partway through painting the fence. There's already sort of some work that's been done by us already because we got excited, but still, we'll just go through it and take a look at it as is. So this is inside the little extra room. So this is the house, and this is the extra room. I'm not really gonna take before and afters of this because it's gonna be destroyed, probably. Asbestos on the walls, roof, all that kind of stuff, and this isn't plumbed either. Even though Dani would love to be able to use the bath. We've been using it as a bit of storage for the meantime. And just next door here, we have another loo, as well as some other supplies and bits and pieces, which I'm sure will probably get used at some point. We might just keep walking around the edge. It's still in the morning, so Dani's trying to sleep. This is kind of rude of me, but walking along here. I'm pretty sure like 10 years ago, you can see there's a change here between the old house and the new house, as you can tell by the colour bond happening there and all along the back. There's a big section. It was not a small section, but it's kind of like the main section we've been living in, of the back of the house, which is like a new kitchen, well, 10-year-old kitchen or however old it is, 10-year-old bathroom, 10-year-old laundry, which is fantastic. Which means the electricity, the plumbing, all that kind of stuff is all sorted, which is great. And it's got, again, the big deck on the back. No railings, you'll notice, which is kind of great. It's what we want to do to the front as well, because those railings are all falling apart. Behind me here, this is the backyard. It's a blank canvas really, except for the beautiful big shed. We've got plans for it. First things first with the plans, it's going to be probably raising it to like back to dirt, get rid of all the weeds, start from scratch, start landscaping, plant some trees. We really want to get started on that fairly soon, the planting of trees and stuff, because a wise man, Benny G, once said, the best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. The second best time is right now. Bust open this shed, currently holding a whole bunch of supplies for us here. Our gear, things we're going to sell from the old house, things we're going to sell that we were given by the existing owners, who were so generous with, their time and their advice and their stories, and also, yeah, some of the equipment they just couldn't take back with them. So plenty of that we're going to keep. If something's over my shoulder here, we're keeping that for sure. I love this cabinet as well. Heavy duty, very hard to move. Not powered. Yeah, not much happening in there except for the structure at the moment, but by God, it's a great structure and a great addition to the house. We've got access to a laneway just out the back over here through the gate. Let's have a quick squiz if we can. Pop this up real quick. This is the laneway. So we've got the fireys next door, as you might have seen before, fire station, which is fine, which is great. We live next to a train tracks before. The fire station's way more quiet, but the train tracks weren't a problem either. Bitumen access laneway, which is sweet. Servo over there. That's all good, really good. Location is one of the things that I can't probably describe all too well for you in this video, but let me tell you, we used the car once last week, which was brilliant because you can just walk maybe, 200 meters, 300 meters, and you're sort of in the main CBD of town, Longreach CBD. Brilliant. Paulie's loving it. What do you reckon, Paul? He just wants me to throw the ball. Look at that. Plenty of room for a dog. Without further ado, let's jump into the actual house itself from the front. Let's make this make sense. So here's a little before and after, optimistic, before of the first room. I'm calling it room 1. It's pretty creative idea, but it's the first room that you walk in when you enter from the front of the house. There you go. There's the front of the house. It's got these beautiful French doors, 2 on the front, one on either side. Love them. I'm obsessed with them. And there's so much we can do to sort of restore these doors, restore the hardware and all that. But this room is beautiful. Look at that roof. Love it. Love it. Evaporative air conditioning, which we're getting serviced and fixed. Hopefully that works. Unfortunately, everyone has said does not work when it's humid, which is great 99.9% of the time in Longreach, but we're expecting a really wet summer. So our first summer in here is going to be wet and humid, presumably, which means that our evap could be not going to cut it just for this particular season. Beautiful big room here, plenty of plans. We're just taking it slow. You don't want to add walls or knock down walls or change doors super early. Just live in the place for a bit, and that's what we're doing. But I love this room. I can see it being a really nice sort of master bedroom or something like that. Let's move on through for now. This is the second room. I'm calling it room 2. Crazy. It's the second room as you walk from the front of the house. Again, beautiful roof, evap. Look at these floors. So yeah, you wouldn't notice the floors. That's my main thing. That's why I'm in the reno game. Once I do the floors, I'm like, the house is fine, let's leave. No, but beautiful, beautiful floorboards. You'll also notice in the front room, actually, real quick, that it's changed since we took the befores. We have done some work and pulled up some carpet and some lino. Anyway, this room could potentially, again, with its French doors on one side, French doors on the other side, entrance here, entrance over there to the next room. You could imagine this being an ensuite. Crazy, right? And then putting a wall here and this being like a hallway or something. Don't know. Like I said, we're not putting in doors anytime soon. But that's that room there. I'm moving in here. Caught candid. Dos is staying over, so yeah, I'm gonna blame Dos on the house being a mess, but that's not really fair. This is room 3, so the third room in the house. Again, you'll notice French doors all the way around. This is the part of the original sort of Queenslander that was built, 110 years ago, which is, stunning. Beautiful walls. Started putting a prime up, which will be different from the befores that you've just seen. Tape all on the walls, which is killing us. So we're gonna scrape all that off. But again, there's your roof. Bit of work needs to be done over here. Well, a bit of work needs to be done everywhere. So let's not beat around the bush there. But then we're entering a newer old part of the house. This section here from the edge of those windows across to here in that bedroom there. Danny's asleep at the moment, but I've been talking pretty loud, so might have ruined that one. So we won't go in there, but here's a picture of the befores. So it's this beautiful big living area, which is currently being very well lived in at the moment, and kitchen. The kitchen, like I said, pretty much 10 years old, pretty much as far as I'm concerned, brand new. This actual living area here, it's got some lino on it. Lino is gonna go, hopefully. There's wood all underneath it. We'll try and restore that, which will be great. This beautiful cabinet here was built just for the house. So it's custom, it's fantastic, we love it. This big table, which we moved from the very front room into here. It's original. It's like, it's been here as long as the house has, or which is cool as. It's a beautiful table, we love it, and the chairs too. This is the living area. Another key thing to notice just as we walk into the kitchen here, which is, yeah, great, perfect. You know, what more do you want? A little more, but really, really good. My main key point here, takeaway, is that the sink is really good. I've still got my dream sink, but it's deeper than Sunbird. I think there's 2 bays, which I don't know if Sunbird had, but I rate it. There's a ton of these cupboards, I guess. I'm not really good with describing the features, but tons of storage, which is awesome. Super good. And then now just for sort of the boring parts, I guess, we've got the bathroom here. I'm not gonna walk in there because I don't know where Dos went. Where Dos isn't in here. Rock solid. Tiled up. Yeah, again, right behind me here, tons more storage, which is sweet. Just need to paint this so it gets covered and protected from any of the water. Yeah, before, it's still a before. It's still nice, but it's still a before, so watch this space. Then walking down this little hallway to the last part of the house, we have the laundry right here, which is doing a great job. We've got hot water now, which is great for the laundry. Sunbird unfortunately didn't, so a lot of my clothes have started shrinking, but that's all right. And that's that, really. Don't know there's too much else to add. I'll talk in other videos more about the plans we've got, and you'll see obviously as things go. Plan right now, which is a bit different to how I've been doing it with Sunbird, because I didn't really get a chance to put up much or any of my renovation progress there, and Dani's renovation progress too. I'm just gonna start doing like a weekly update, showing all the jobs we're doing. And then once a room is completely finished, which will be fantastic, that's when I'll sort of concentrate all those little clips into the one video and have a sort of a concentrated transformation video. But for the time being, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing updates, sort of like this, showing all the different jobs we're doing, because there's plenty going on. We've got fence painting happening. We're gonna have these railings gone. Yeah, because they're not crash hot, and they're probably not worth restoring because it's kind of, you know, all jammed together, and they're not original either. Trying to keep the house as original as humanly possible. That's sort of our plan with this house. There will be changes, but just want it to look like, yeah, a piece of history from the street, as is. Try and keep the paint as loyal as possible, but who knows? Yeah, really excited, absolutely loving the place. We've been in the house for about a month, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I'm not really sure, and we're already hard at work. There's nothing like getting on these chairs, having a nice drink of paint, no, but, and yeah, watching the world from our beautiful old home, Moulton. Anyway, yeah, hopefully really consistent videos to come, some really good updates and some sort of experiences from us on our second reno journey on a much more significant project. Catch you later.